Wow, was that hard? 2020 was such a hard year, but looking back, I can see some ways that we are actually stronger than we were before. Stronger? Yes, because of where we've been and what we've been through. I'll explain next. Hi, I'm Heidi Tucker, award-winning inspirational author and speaker. Welcome to the Pickled Sunflower, where we can come together, make a connection, and find hope. Okay, blame it on 2020. How often have you heard someone say that? Something negative happens in your life, blame it on 2020, right? But seriously, so many of us have really suffered. There's been financial hardships. We've really struggled. The stress level is way high. And I feel like we are just now climbing back out of the trenches of 2020. And because of that, I'm able to sort of look back, and I think that we are all stronger in these 5 areas. Let's talk about those. Number 1, reverence for life. We have now a new appreciation for life because it was taken from so many people that we know. All of us, really, we know somebody who was affected by COVID, or we know of somebody who belongs to a family or a friend. So many lost their lives in COVID. As a result, we have a new reverence for life. We have a new reverence for breathing, right? It's taken us back to simple things. We respect life. Number 2, simple blessings. With so much loss all around us, we now have a new respect for simple blessings in our life. This forced us to look at our current situations and to really count the blessings that we have, things that we do have, even though all of these other things were taken away from us. They became simple: a roof over my head, family, I have food on the table, right? My health, right? For those of us who were not affected by COVID, we were grateful for our health. Number 3, empathy. Even if we just saw it virtually on the computer or on the television screen, we felt empathy. We felt it for people who are suffering with COVID. We felt it for those who lost their jobs because of COVID. And we felt it as we watched those doctors and nurses struggle in trying to keep people alive. We listened to really uncomfortable, true stories, and those stories tugged on our hearts. And so we really began to feel empathy for complete strangers. Many of us rose up and volunteered in amazing ways by sewing masks for some of those frontline workers, for sewing masks for the public, for really trying to find unique ways to reach out to the elderly who were so lonely in nursing homes across the country. Number 4, we are stronger because we were forced to face fear directly. There was so much uncertainty in the world and in our own communities and within our own little sphere that we could control. So much uncertainty, but we marched forward. We were forced to face fear. And I think that we're stronger because of it. Last but not least, number 5, connection is key. Boy, did we learn that, right? Relationships really are important, and so is communication. We learned that and we felt that firsthand. I have this darling friend that came right in the midst of COVID when we were all sheltered down and dropped off this cute little thing of popcorn by my front door, rang the doorbell, stood back 20 or 30 feet, and just waved at me as I answered the door. And she had this little note that said something about popping by, right? So cute. Just to see her, right? I hadn't seen anybody for weeks. Just to see her just was amazing. It just melted my heart. I really felt that disconnect of friendship and communication during that time that we were sheltering down. Now I treasure those things as important, critical things in my life. Yes, connection is key. I think now that we've been out a year, and there's still some struggles, obviously, but I think now we should really look back. Take a minute, remember where you've been, and really recognize who you are today because of that. Recognize some of those strengths that you have gained. I think we all have gained some strengths because we've done really hard things. What do I think? I think you are amazing. I think that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for, and you absolutely matter. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I love being with you each week. See you here next time on the Pickled Sunflower.